Hi, welcome to our online vegetarian cookery class. It has been 8 months since we have been able to meet in person in the Cuisle Centre for our vegetarian cookery class. When we had that last class, we thought, oh, we'll see, we'll have another one in 2 weeks' time. But here we are 8 months later, and we feel that in this time frame, while the centre is closed, that we will start putting some online vegetarian cookery presentations online that we're going to do from our homes. So you will see some of your favorite faces here presenting throughout the next few weeks, and you will see some new faces hopefully. So I want you to enjoy this class. For you that don't know me, I'm Heather. I am the manager of the centre, and today I'm going to present a dish for you. And the dish that I'm going to present today is a dish that was given to me by some good friends who are from Sri Lanka, and it is called cashewnut curry, and it's delicious. And I hope that when you make this at home, you will enjoy it. And the recipe is going to be online, so it'll go along with this video, and you can make this at home too. Okay, thank you and enjoy. Okay, as I said, today I'm going to be presenting one of my favorite dishes, and this is a cashew nut curry. And we used to get this when we lived in Belfast, and we used to go and visit friends, and they used to present or prepare this dish for us, and we loved it. And since then, they've taught me how to make it, and it's Sri Lankan, and it involves cashew nuts. And cashew nuts are actually low in sugar and rich in fiber, and they're heart healthy fats, and they've got plant protein in them. They're also a good source of copper, magnesium, and manganese. So what I did with my cashew nuts, we have 250 grams of cashew nuts here, and you have to soak them in a bowl of water for approximately an hour. Okay, and then you take those and you're going to put them over into the saucepan. So I'm just going to transfer them over now. Okay, and they're like this here. So into this here, I'm going to put a little bit of pinch of soda bicarbonate, just a tiny pinch, and this will help bring these to the boil, because we want to boil them for about 15 minutes. So a wee pinch of soda bicarbonate, so in it goes, and also a small pinch of ground turmeric, and this is just going to give the cashew nuts a lovely color, but only a tiny bit, because you're going to be adding turmeric to the main sauce. So I'm going to put this on to boil and leave it boiling for 15 minutes. Okay, so our cashew nuts are boiling away here. So while they're just finishing boiling up there, I'm going to start making the main sauce. So for this here, you need a tablespoon of oil. Okay, I love these wee spoons because they really help me measure out the right amounts. I'm not one of these people that can just throw in ingredients and get it right. I have to actually measure it out. So 1 tablespoon of oil, and you take that and you put it into your frying pan. So, and you're going to let that heat up. So, okay, and while that is heating up there, what goes into this oil once it's hot is some mustard seeds. I got black mustard seeds here. It doesn't matter whether they're black or they're the yellow mustard seeds, whatever you can find. You're going to take a pinch of these and you're going to put them into the oil, and the oil, once it's hot enough, the mustard seeds will start spitting. So you'll see and you'll hear the noise that they're going to make. So I'm going to add these now, and we'll just listen for those cracking when they do. Okay, so what you need next is an onion. All right, and you're going to cut this up, just one small onion or shallot, and you chop it up. And if you have anybody in your house, or you're like my kids, they don't really like onions, so I cut mine quite fine so that it can go all through the food, and they're not really getting the bits of onion, or they're disguised anyway. So cut them up nice and fine, and this is going to go straight in. As soon as your mustard seeds start cracking, the onion goes in, and also along with that is the crushed ginger. You just can buy this in any shops. You can get it in a jar or in a tube. So this is the one I'm going to use, and we put in half a teaspoon of this. So I'll just get that ready. So the ginger smells so lovely, and it gives a really nice, gives us a really nice taste. So we have that ready, and hopefully our mustard seeds will be ready in just a wee second. Now with this curry, you can make it as hot as you want or as mild as you want. I tend to make it quite mild because of my kids, but it's really nice if it's hot and has a bit of a kick. So I'm going to show you how to give it a bit more of a kick for those that like it hot. For those that don't, I'll also show you how to make it that it's not too hot for you. So our mustard seeds are about to pop. You can see they're sizzling away there. For this curry also, you don't have to use cashew nuts. If you don't like cashew nuts, you can replace the cashew nuts with potatoes, where you boil up the potatoes and cut the potatoes into chunks and boil them up. You can also use cauliflower or cabbage or beans. So whatever you like, you can replace the cashew nuts with. Okay, so our mustard seeds now are cracking and popping. I don't know whether you can hear them. Some of them are bouncing there. So I'm going to add in the onion now, because we don't want the mustard seeds to burn. Okay, and just mix that around. Mix your onion around, and I'm going to add in the ginger paste. So half a teaspoon of ginger. Okay. We just need to turn the heat down a little bit at this stage. For those that you were that were at the last cookery class that I presented, you'll remember I set the fire alarm off. So today we're not, and we're hopefully not going to have that issue. Okay, so you just fry them until the onions have gone a little bit golden. So you just let them fry away there. So to this here, you're going to add the turmeric, curry powder, and the cashew nuts, and then you're going to add in the chilies. Okay, so first of all, turmeric. You don't want to put too much of the turmeric in because it will make it bitter. So if you do find that you've put too much turmeric in and your curry has gone bitter, you can add lemon or lime to the sauce to get rid of that bitterness. So turmeric has been scientifically proven to have many health benefits. One such is lowering cholesterol. It is also believed to act as an antiviral, an antibiotic, or an antibacterial. So it's good to do a wee bit of research into turmeric. It's actually become very popular as a health supplement. And people drink turmeric tea. So have a wee look into turmeric and see how you can add it into your diet. Okay, so our onions are getting a bit golden there, so to that I'm going to add our curry powder. So it's going to be 1 teaspoon of curry powder. I'm using a medium curry powder this time. Normally I make it with mild, but today I'm going to make it with medium. And you can make it with hot, medium, mild to your preference. So into the onions I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of our curry powder. Okay, we'll give this a wee stir about. And the smell is delicious. Okay, and then I'm going to add the turmeric. So this here is a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. So this is very, it's not a lot. Okay, if you can see there, it's not a massive amount of turmeric. So you add that in, and that gives it such a beautiful color. Okay, so we're going to mix that all up. Okay. So at this stage, our cashew nuts have boiled up nicely there. And while I'm going to add some salt to them now. You don't add salt at the beginning. You add them once the cashew nuts have boiled. I'm just putting in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt into the cashews, and that will just give them a wee bit of extra flavour. Okay, so now our cashews are ready to add into the onions, the turmeric and the curry powder. Okay, so also, let me see, yep, these are ready to go in. So you're going to use a little bit of the water that is in here, and this will just help with the taste. So there's the cashew nuts that have been boiled. So I'm going to take some of the water out. You don't want to add all the water in with the cashew nuts, just in case it makes it too runny. So look, it's got a real colour about it. So add that in to the sauce. Okay, and then you're going to start adding your cashew nuts in, and keeping some of that water over for the end, in case you need in case it gets too dry and you need to add some more moisture to it. So okay, so then you mix that all up. It has a beautiful colour about it. And I'll just bring it over so you can see. It's a lovely colour. So you let that there simmer, and you mix it up. Okay, make sure it's well mixed, and you have your pot, your temperature turned up quite high there. So now you're going to add 1.5 to 2 cups of coconut milk. So that's roughly 1 tin. You wouldn't need more than 1 tin to add to this. So this goes in here. Oh yes, we're going to pop our chilies in at this stage before we put the coconut milk in. So if you don't like it too hot, keep your chilies just whole like this and put them in. But if you like it a bit spicy, put a wee cut down the chili, just like that. We cut. Now be careful with these because they can, when you're cutting them with your hands, it can hurt your eyes. So just a little cut like that, and pop them in whole. If you like it really hot, you can cut those chilies up and pop them in. And at the end of this curry, I'm going to take the chilies out. They're not going to stay in the curry. So you just mix it up like so. Okay, so this is where you put the coconut milk in. Okay. Oops. And this gives it a really creamy taste. You add the whole tin in. Okay. Give it a good stir. You want to get that coconut milk all spread out round. So as I said, you can replace the cashew nuts with potato, and I've actually made this with potato because my husband doesn't like cashew nuts, and it's really tasty with potatoes. You just cut your potatoes into chunks and boil them up until they're nice and soft, but not too mushy. And you throw them in at the same time as you would the cashew nuts. So pretty much you make it just like the same as with the cashew nuts, only you replace the cashew nuts with potatoes. And I would put in 250 grams of potatoes as well, but if you like a bit more, that's up to you. I've never made it with cauliflower. I'd be interested to see what it would taste like with the cauliflower. I'd say it'd be quite tasty. So you let it simmer away now. You want this so it's boiling now, so you turn the heat down so it's just simmering, and you leave it to simmer until the sauce gets quite thick. So we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll look at how this looks in a few minutes. Okay, so we've come to the end of the presentation, and I'm just going to show you the end result in a second. So just to recap on what we did today. We placed 250 grams of cashew nuts in water for at least an hour. When they've soaked for that length of time, at least that length of time, put them over into a pot. Put a pinch of soda bicarbonate in and a little pinch of turmeric, and bring it to the boil and let it boil for about 15 minutes. When the cashew nuts are fully boiled, add a pinch of salt into them and mix. Then for the sauce, you put a tablespoon of oil into the frying pan. You add a pinch of mustard, black mustard seeds or yellow mustard seeds, whichever you can find. You let the mustard seeds heat up, and once they start crackling and popping, then you add the chopped onion, the half a tablespoon of ginger paste, and you fry that until the onion's golden. To that then you add your turmeric. Remember, not too much turmeric. You add 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. You add your curry powder, depending on how strong you like it, whether it's mild, medium or hot curry powder. And you add your chilies, and you mix it all together and you let it simmer for a wee while. You can add some of the water from the cashews into that, just to make it give it a nice consistency. Then you add your cashew nuts in, mix it all up, and then you put your tin of coconut milk in, and you let it simmer, the whole lot simmer, until the cashew nuts are nice and soft, until the sauce thickens up to a nice gravy consistency. So I'm going to show you the end results. I'm serving mine today with rice and a little bit of naan bread. And of course, you've got your chilli in there. Remember what I said, you can put the chilli in full. You can cut it slightly to get some of the taste out, or you can dice up the chilli and throw it in and make it extra hot. But when I serve this to eat it now, I will take that chilli out and won't be eating it. So I hope you've enjoyed today's presentation, and we hope that you will enjoy the presentations over the coming weeks and hopefully not months. Hopefully we'll be back in the centre soon where we can actually get to taste the food and get to meet up again. Until then, I will miss you all, but enjoy trying this meal. Okay, bye bye.